His name is Timothy Charles Brantley. Out in Warner, they call him TC, a Reverend and Relationship Guru.
God bless
Welcome.
you, sir.
First time back, same to you. First time back in the new year.
Yes, sir.
Good year for you, right?
Very good year. Received my PhD in 2010, December, so it was a good year.
Congratulations. The Love Doctor. The Love Doctor.
They call me the Love Doctor.
I like that. We have to call this segment the Love Doctor. So listen, post-Valentine, everybody.
Yes, sir.
A lot of folks candy and chocolates,
yep.
right? Now it's about staying power, right? How do you sustain the superficiality of Valentine's, the cards, the candy, the dinner? Now it's about keeping that going, right?
It's constantly stirring the pot of love. A lot of times guys only do it on February 14th or when they want to be in the bedroom with their wife. No, you got to stir that pot all the time, because the more you stir it, the more you mix it up.
You mentioned guys. Now what about the women on this? Can't they do some stirring too?
Women as well, but I teach the men, when the man changes, the woman has to change. We are the foundation. That's what I believe. And when we do what's right, they have to follow us.
All right, so staying power.
Yes, sir.
So I want to segue to a couple of things. Halle Berry, a couple of celebrities in the news with couples and going on. Halle Berry, right, married twice, had his last boyfriend, and kind of went with him with the sole purpose of having a baby, has a baby, she breaks up with him. Now there's a whole custody battle.
Whole issue.
Talk to me about this beautiful woman, married twice. Talk to me about the insecurity of Halle Berry and this whole issue now of having children with a boyfriend for having children.
I think it goes to prove just because you're good on the outside doesn't mean everything's right on the inside. And Halle came from a very dysfunctional family, father left, all that good stuff. And
abuse too.
Abuse as well.
Former boyfriend beat her up.
Exactly. So all that stuff stirs in the pot, and a lot of times people are taking a shortcut. You got to really date. She should have really dated the guy. I'm old-fashioned. You date, you marry, then you have kids. And she's finding out because you're not having that commitment. And that's what's missing in America, is commitment. Can I stay with you for better or for worse? And that's what's happening right now.
But she's 44, right?
Yes.
I want to assume the biological clock ticking. She wants to have a baby, not really finding a right husband, but says, you know what, I'll take a good man and have a baby here. Is that wrong for women to say, you know what, I'm not able to find a husband material. I want to get a nice guy, have a baby, and go and have my baby. That's the dream. What's so wrong with that?
Stan, you know what? There is a logical way. You know, first you have a seed, then you have a plant. You have a seed, then you have a tree. I think it takes two people. If it takes two people to make the baby, it takes two people to grow up the baby. And a lot of times people say, well, let me just get a sperm bank. Let me just get a donator. And no, if it takes two to create, it takes two to raise that child.
Because long-term picture, now they're both at odds over who raises the kid, right? They got together to have this kid. They have the kid.
Right.
Now they're beefing over who raises the kid.
You'd be surprised in my private practice that the biggest issue beyond intimacy, beyond finance, is after the child is born, how that can cause a discord in the family.
Although, if there's one bright light here, the boyfriend, I think it's Gabriel Audrey.
The model,
wants to be, the hands-on dad by all accounts, and wants to say, hey, I'm the father here. I want to get my time too. Talk about that. Dad sort of getting short shrift when they want quality time with the kids. The stereotypes about the deadbeat dad.
That is a very big stereotype. I mean, the statistics say that happens a lot, but there are exceptions to every rule. There are guys who want to be involved with their children. They want to be there, but because of what statistics says, the judge usually says, hey, go to the mama. But listen, you got to look at both parties and say, you know what, if he's involved, he wants to be there, take it to the next level, and let that man be involved with that child's life.
How about this now? A crew member on the Simpson show knew you were coming on and said, listen, answer Pastor this.
Okay.
I've got a girlfriend in the picture.
Okay.
We're moving in for the first time. It's her first time being where they're living but not married. She's a little antsy. He's a little antsy. Give him some tips. What can you do to make that work where you're not rushing it, where you can kind of feel things out? Your thoughts on it?
Okay. Again, I'm old-fashioned. I think you should get married first before you move in. But if you're going to do that, have a date when you're going to get married. Because I'm going to tell you why. If you stay there too long, you start taking each other for granted. And that's the number one issue with couples. You date the first 2 years, oh, I love you, you're in the bedroom time. But after 2 years, how you doing? You forget about what you did to get the person. That's the biggest issue in America today.
Is that key? What if you don't want to get married? Say you simply like the person, you just want to hang out, you want to split some bills, pay some money. You're not really thinking marriage. You're just having a good time right now. It's about economics. Break it down. Preach to me.
Let me bring it to you, all right?
Break it down.
Ain't no special offering for this. If we can be committed to a car, if we can be committed to a house for 30 years, why can't America say, you know what? I found this woman, I found this man, and I'm going to commit myself. We in America, we can commit to anything that's non-person, but when it comes to a person, don't like you, I'm out of here.
How about this? Risk management.
Yeah.
I'm playing the cards right, Pastor TC. I'm taking a little risk management here. I'm not going to get married. I'm going to kick the tires a little bit. If it doesn't work, I've got the exit plan. Again, I'm just kicking the tires.
I understand, but again, that's what's wrong with America. You cannot be in a relationship without being fully committed. And a lot of times people say, hey, well, let me give him 20%. Oh, let me give him 30%. No, if you're going to be in a relationship, you got to give everything because.
But how do you get there? How do you get to commitment when you
take
just
your time and your date? I tell people.
When do you know? When do you know that okay, we're fully committed?
When you hit the first bump and you still love them.
Oh, the first fight.
I tell couples, don't get married unless you have a fight because until you see them, when they don't like you and they still want you, there you go. Because right now, you just see the representative, you know, how much they like you and everything, but you know what? Let them get married with you and you see the real person
that's
come
important.
out.
So have that first fight. That's an important earmark, if you will, right?
Okay. Let's see how you feel with me after I do something you don't like.
All right, in about 30, about a minute and a half.
Okay.
Steve Harvey, another guru out there, comedian.
Yes,
he's turned to a guru, making a lot of money. You're doing the kind of things he's doing. His ex-wife says, wait a second, let's not anoint this guy so quickly. He had a lot of issue with me, the ex-wife. He wasn't a great husband. Does that diminish his credibility when his ex-wife says, this guy's no guru. He had drama with me. He was cheating, this and that. Does it make him a better expert? Or does it take away from his credibility?
Well, I think it takes away a little bit because the difference is Steve Harvey's been married to 3 different women equal to 25 years. I've been married to the same woman for 25 years. That's the difference.
But could you argue that's still experience? 25 years, 3 women, you got to learn something.
It's still experience, and I applaud Steve Harvey for saying to American women, especially in our community, don't get so ho-hum, don't look at the outside, get to really know the guy, who he really is, what he stands for, because that's the guy who you're going to give your last name to. That's very important.
But don't you think it adds some credibility if you're talking to a guru and they've been through divorce? They can say, listen, I've been there, so I'm telling you now for my 3rd time.
You can definitely have the experience there, but I just like how in 25 years with my loving wife, Jackie, we've gone through ups and downs, and yet we have stood the test of time. Sometimes woke up, don't like you, but we read the contract. The contract said for better or for worse.
All right, real quick now.
Yes,
Prince William, Kate Middleton, very public marriage proposal. What's your advice in about 15 seconds to a couple like that where they're in the spotlight worldwide? Can that work? That kind of attention?
It can work. Here's the key. Date. They can't stop dating. Yes, he's the prince.
But everywhere they go, they got cameras and paparazzi.
I understand, but they got to do their magician act and get away, take time with each other, because that's how they're going to stay in love with each other.
All right.
It's when people come inside that mess the whole relationship up.
Pastor T.C. Brantley, Restoration Springs Church. Give them the website real quick.
www.rest.org.
All right. Have you back.
Thank you very much. You didn't sweat too much this time.
I didn't. I had a towel. Just in case. Okay. All right, when we come back, it's time for the return of a prodigal son, former NFL football player Andrew Pinnock, a big-time bruiser and the pride of Bloomfield. Stops in for a chat about life outside of football. Don't go away.